The screen went gray before I could finish typing. You can no longer send messages to this person. No argument, no warning, just silence, sealed shut. I stared at my phone like it had betrayed me too. The house was quiet, too quiet. The refrigerator hummed, the clock clicked. Everything kept moving while something inside me stalled. I replayed the last thing she'd said. I need space. That was it. No punctuation, no softness, a sentence designed to end conversations without ending the marriage. Or so I thought. I tried calling, straight to voicemail. Again, blocked. I sat on the edge of the bed, shoes still on, coat unzipped, heart oddly calm. That scared me more than panic would have. Calm meant my mind had already started filing things away. Her side of the bed was made, too neat. Her charger was gone. The bathroom smelled like a hotel, neutral, temporary. I told myself there was an explanation. There's always an explanation. That's what people like me do. We build explanations so we don't have to face conclusions. Still, a thought slipped through. This wasn't about space. It was about control, and she'd just taken it from me. Or so she thought. The first crack wasn't dramatic. It was a receipt, tucked into the pocket of a coat she hadn't taken. A dinner for two, wine I never liked, a restaurant across town she'd sworn closed last year. I didn't feel angry. I felt focused. I replayed weeks in reverse, the late showers, the way she angled her phone away from me like it might shatter if I saw the screen, the new perfume she claimed was a sample from work. There was a rhythm to it. I'd missed it because I trusted the song. I checked our phone bill, numbers repeated, long calls at hours she said she was asleep, one contact saved under a woman's name that didn't exist anywhere else. I didn't call it. I memorized it. Denial tried to speak, but it sounded thin. This wasn't a sudden storm. It was erosion. Quiet. Patient. What hurt wasn't the idea of another man. It was the realization that she'd been rehearsing a life without me while standing right next to me. I thought about the block again. The timing, the precision. You don't block someone you plan to explain things to later. You block someone when you're ready to disappear, or when you think you've already won. I didn't confront her. I smiled at work, ate lunch, answered emails, externally intact. Internally, I became meticulous. I pulled phone records, cross-referenced locations. Her late meetings aligned perfectly with his number lighting up my screen. I drove past the restaurant one night, saw her car, didn't go in. I didn't need to. I requested a paternity test, not because I suspected, because I needed certainty. Our son's laugh echoed in my head while I filled out the form. That was the hardest part, loving someone and still needing the truth more than comfort. Days passed. She didn't unblock me, didn't check in. Her silence became confirmation. I watched, waited, let the tension sharpen instead of explode. When she finally came home to collect more things, I wasn't there. I left the house spotless, empty of accusation, full of absence. Control returned in pieces, small ones, enough. I wasn't angry anymore. I was prepared. The envelope arrived on a Tuesday, thin, clinical, final. I opened it at the kitchen table where we'd once planned vacations and argued about paint colors. The words were simple. Probability of paternity, 0%. I felt something detach inside me, not pain, weight. I asked her to meet me. One message, sent through email, neutral, impossible to block. She came, eyes guarded, ready for a fight I wasn't going to give her. I slid the report across the table. No words. Her face folded in on itself. Shock first, then calculation, then tears too late to be useful. "It's not," she started. I raised a hand. Calm. "I know," I said. That was all. I told her I'd already spoken to his wife, that the timelines matched, that the lies overlapped, that secrets are fragile when you stop protecting them. I told her the house was in my name now, that the accounts had been separated weeks ago, quietly, legally, methodically. She asked how long I'd known. Long enough,
I said. She broke then, not because she loved me, because she'd underestimated me. I stood, straightened my coat. This is where you stop being my problem, I said, and walked out. I don't check if she unblocked me. I don't need to. Truth has a way of closing doors without slamming them. I live in that quiet now. No questions, no apologies waiting to be accepted. Some people think revenge has to be loud. They're wrong. The real power is leaving with everything that mattered and letting the betrayer sit alone with what they destroyed. I didn't lose my wife that night. I found myself, and I never looked back.